memories that I come here to forget.
Of something or a woman?
Monster.
Production of Hope Springs began in the rainy and cold Vancouver autumn of 2001. It's based on the novel New Cardiff by Charles Webb, who also penned the book The Graduate, on which the acclaimed film is based.
The idea of doing something that had been written by Charles Webb was immediately appealing, and the interesting thing about reading New Cardiff was that this had that same kind of tone and same kind of quirky humour.
Do you want some?
Not this morning, thanks.
Writer-director Mark Herman, who wrote and directed the critically acclaimed films Brassed Off and Little Voice, was eager to take on Charles Webb's clever text.
I thought the novel was so brilliant. And it also felt like a screenplay.
You and Vera must have been really close.
I was on that mailing list.
The book was doing the rounds in London as a galley copy, long before it came out.
A very old friend of mine had found the book as well and sent it to me. It was one of those glorious coincidences. I made An Importance Being Earnest with Colin, and we were sitting around on set, and he was talking about this book that he liked very much, and it turned out to be New Cardiff. So I was able to turn to him and say, I own that book. So I was thrilled that he liked it, and so really from that moment on, he was always going to do it.
The role of a young Brit just arrived in the US like a fish out of water seemed perfectly suited for Firth.
I worked hard on creating who this character was, but it was rather elusive. You know, the old uptight schoolmaster from another country. And that's definitely reflected in the script.
Okay, cut.
Actors on both sides of the Atlantic were equally unnerved by Mark Herman's decidedly reserved directorial style.
He doesn't communicate so much in words, but just in his demeanour you learn to read that. And one of the most spine-chilling spectacles I know is Mark coming towards you after a take with the script in his hand, looking thoughtful. It would be, I'm not angry with you, Colin, I'm just disappointed. If you get sort of the eyebrows going up a little bit like that's praise indeed.
It's like Mark being like very happy and very sad. I don't know if you could really tell the difference. Colin says he's like a Yorkshire guy, which doesn't mean anything to me because I'm American.
I'm a Yorkshireman, and people in Yorkshire don't go over the top about, with any praise. So the slightest nod, that's Yorkshire for that was wonderful, darling.
If he says moving on, that's his way of saying like very good.
Mary Steenburgen once got thumbs up, which, I mean, made me blush to see that coming from him.
If he gives you like that, that's worth, 100 accolades from somebody who's much more effusive. And I happen to kind of like that and trust it. I think he's wonderful.
Well, just smile and forget it's raining. Don't think about it. Throw the umbrella down and go at it. It's pretty easy and fun.
It's basically a perpetual monsoon, but we've blasted our way through it.
Ultimately, the upside for Colin Firth was getting to work with his two co-stars.
It's not going to hurt, is it, to be fought over by two beautiful women? And I consider it to be the antidote to Bridget Jones, where I had to fight another rival Englishman for the heart of the girl. And then the number of films that I've done over the last 10 years where I've actually lost a girl to somebody whose last name is Fiennes, actually. And this time I think it was payback time.